While the road to middleweight golden glory still goes through Sydney, Australia, Robert Whittaker is the man, and just don't call him Bobby Knuckles, you'll be okay.
I just don't understand how he does not embrace this nickname. It's perfect. It's absolutely perfect for Robert Whittaker. But he's one of those guys that doesn't jump off the page. He's one of those guys that you don't look at and go, oh my goodness, this is one of the most dangerous men in the world. But he is. He has unbelievable skill. He has a wrestling background, was able to stay up right against Yoel Romero, the world silver medalist, was able to knock out Jacare Souza. Just a truly tremendous mixed martial artist. Since going up to 185, has truly found his roots.
And the Reaper, as they call him, always says the best place to break your hand is inside the octagon. He's done it before. He's not afraid to do it again. Robert Whittaker, as usual, ready to battle as he tries to take home the title. Well, you had to feel good for the action man Chris Curtis when he finally signed with the UFC in 2021. Some doubt had started to creep in, right? He was 26-8 at the time, but clearly the action man Chris Curtis belongs in the big show. Well-rounded player, undeniable power in both of his hands, great striking defense as well. There have been some weird circumstances in his career, the Kelvin Gastelum fight, but ultimately Chris Curtis believes he's one of the best middleweights in the world. Most of his peers believe in that statement as well. Now's the chance to prove it. We'll see what Curtis does. All right, with that, both fighters have now graced the octagon. They will lock the door behind them, ready to go with a crazy fight here at T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas, Nevada. And now our tale of the tape for this middleweight championship fight. And now one more time for the official introductions. Here's Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. It's time! 5 rounds for the undisputed UFC middleweight championship of the world. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, presenting the challenger, Robert the Reaper Whittaker. And now, introducing the champion, fighting out of the red corner, presenting the reigning, defending, undisputed UFC middleweight champion of the world, Chris Action Man Curtis.
Herb Dean, third man in the...
Ready. Good.
All right, round one is upon us, and it always feels special and heightened when Robert Whittaker is in there. Not just in Australia, not just in New Zealand. He is one of the most popular fighters.
This might be the biggest shot of this entire fight. He landed a massive hook to put his opponent on wobbly legs.
All right, so the big storyline in this one, his offensive prowess, particularly when it comes to landing those hooks. And I know you like to play Tony Romo. You think he goes back to it here or what? I
am almost certain that he's going to go back to that specific punch because it's landed every time he's thrown it. And as the fight has gone on, it is landing with more force, and his opponent is starting to wear down. So I will not be surprised if we see another one that ends the fight.
All right, well, he's had his striking on point tonight, and as evidence, some swelling now on his opponent.
Yeah, light swelling right now, but if he doesn't address it immediately, it'll turn to something much worse. Ooh, head kick lands, he's hurt.
lands a good series of kicks there, DC. It really didn't take...
You don't really stand after you take a head kick like this. That is such toughness to even be on his feet right now.
All right, well, good news is he rocked him. Bad news is he wasn't able to finish the job, and now his opponent's back in the fight.
I mean, you don't get those opportunities very often. You got to take full advantage of them when they're presented to you.
Whittaker's cut now above the eye, courtesy of that strike. We will keep an eye on it as the fight continues.
That is, oh man, this dude is good. He's got to start throwing down.
All right, close guard now.
In the half guard.
Might be a submission attempt here, Chan.
I mean, you cannot sit in a full guard. When you sit in the full guard, you give these guys so many opportunities.
Oh, great transition there as he reverses to top position. Beautiful work on the ground there by Robert Whittaker. All right, working out of side control here. His opponent trying to control posture, but you got to be careful here. Whittaker's overhand punch to the head. It doesn't get there. It was telegraphed, and it was blocked. Oh, nicely done there as he escapes back to his feet. Now going upstairs with the left hook. Final seconds of round one. Horn sounds for the end of round one. Heading back to the corner now after a competitive round. And Whittaker's got a nasty cut above the eye. Cut man has his work to do here in advance of round 5. All right, so a big round for him there, maybe even a 10-8. There was a big knockdown in there, courtesy of the kick. DC, talk us through it.
He found his spot. I mean, he knew that there was a weakness. He found the spot. He recognized an opportunity to go and chase down that head kick. He threw it, it landed, and he almost got the finish.
You ready to fight? Ready.
Round 2 is underway.
Clean punch.
Oh, punches in bunches as he lands another combination there. Really doing a nice job stringing his shots together.
He's doing a great job of stringing the shots together and also just mixing up the target and the attacks. Great job. He's hurt. He's hurt.
Gets back to his feet. Back to his patented kicks here, but just out of range. There's that body shot. Oh, man, the blood is flowing now. I know a lot of you like that, but he has got to figure some things out defensively or this fight's going to end.
He's got to move his head, John. But the problem is...
Oh!
Oh, my goodness.
Big right hand.
Sneaky head kick. Another one!
All right, so the referee has called a halt to the action here, likely to have the doctor come in and look at the swelling around that eye. Not good, DC.
You cannot allow these fighters to dictate and determine whether or not they can go. When you have this type of swelling, you got to take a close look to see if the guy can compete.
All right, we'll see if the doctor allows the fight to continue. It looks as though he will. Crowd loves it when the doctor lets the fight continue, don't they?
I love it. I love it when he lets it continue, especially when you have a fight that has been as fun as this one to this point.
All right, so the ringside physician has made his way back to his seat. The referee gets the action back underway. The fans are excited this fight's going to continue.
Absolutely, and I'm just as excited myself. I want to see these guys compete. I want to see who wins. I don't want it to stop because of a cut. I want to see the best fighter get their hand raised at the end of the night. Luckily, we get to try to do that.
Well, I'm not sure if there's a facial fracture of some kind, but the striking approach has certainly worked tonight, and his opponent is hurting for sure.
He's hurting really bad right now. I mean, every single time a shot lands up top, you can see the damage that it's inflicting, the work that he has done
has been masterful. And now he has his opponent very limited because he can't take many shots to the head.
Curtis, his nose is bleeding now. Looks to be cut, perhaps there on the bridge. 90 seconds to go in the round. Well, it's not due to a lack of effort. He continues to throw, but this is like double-A striking. This is not high level.
Yeah, you can't be missing. It takes so much energy to just throw a strike, but to be whiffing like this, it only exhausts you because every moment he's trying to throw to knock his opponent out, you're just catching air. It doesn't feel good. It's also embarrassing.
Well, he's really starting to land a high number of strikes here in this second round. No denying that he has taken the message from his corner and picked up the pace here in round 2. Well, you know this is the hurt business, and both guys are compromised at this stage of the fight.
Yeah, both guys are compromised. Both guys have been beat up. Both guys have done a great job of landing, recognizing what they wanted to get done, and it's showing. This is a very evenly matched fight.
Oh, what a connection by him there. His opponent could be out of here soon, DC.
He's almost done. I mean, when you get hit with a shot like that, you don't know whether to run, hide, grab, or wrestle. He's confused. He's as confused as he was on his first test in elementary school.
Hashtag swollen. His face is starting to close, my man.
It looks really bad. I mean, early in the fight, we talked about addressing things right now. He didn't do that, and now it seems as though he's going to pay for it.
Well, if you're the replay guy, a lot to like in that previous round. A lot of damage being inflicted.
Yeah, I mean, and look at the swelling now, John. He wasn't doing what he needed to do to move his head, and he's paying for it. You cannot allow for an elite-level mixed martial artist to connect at that rate and think that you will not be wearing the damage. He's wearing it now. I'm interested to see what changes he makes to give himself an opportunity.
Well, we may have the best cut men and women in the business, but I'm not sure they're going to be able to do much with that cut. It continues to widen with every passing strike.
And you're fighting a great fighter. It's hard to deal with the damage of the cut while dealing with the level of the fighter.
Just a nasty leg kick. That one hurt. That's going to reach.
He is throwing those kicks with evil intent. He is trying to break his leg with every single kick.
Takes his back now. And it looks as though he'll let his opponent stand up here. Yes, he will. Oh, lands another beautiful strike to the body, really starting to connect at will when it comes to working the body, and especially effective doing it later in this fight. Didn't see a lot of that from him in the earlier rounds. Well, that calf is a new shade of purple right now. I'm not sure he's going to be able to stand up much longer.
I mean, it's swollen, it's bruised, it's all beat up. He takes 1 or 2 more, this fight's going to be stopped.
Oh, a huge pinpoint accuracy on that punch right there. His opponent's compromised, DC.
It's one thing to land a hard shot. It's another thing completely to land a perfect shot. And that was a perfect shot.
Watch for him to set up that hook again now. Curtis's eye starting to close up. Got to get that end swell on it between rounds if we get there.
Oh, he's wobbling now.
Big strikes continue to land. Whoa!
I mean, wow.
Just a relentless effort out of this fighter here tonight. The ref had no choice but to step in, and that is how you leave the judges out of it. The official decision is in. We said it inside the octagon. Here is Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Herb Dean has called a stop to this contest at 3 minutes, 4 seconds of the 3rd round, declaring the winner by TKO, and still the undisputed UFC middleweight champion of the world, Chris Action Man.
So who's next, he says, as he celebrates in the corner after successfully defending his UFC